good evening. It's 6 o'clock, which means it's time for a brand new launch of a one-day special. And we are talking studio light, and we are also talking a little sparkle of Christmas, because we have a complete collection. Now, everything's going to be dispatched from the 24th of August, just to get that in there, because it's coming from the Netherlands. That's right, isn't it, Lou?
Yes, it is. Hello.
Hello, Lou. Hello. Right then, are you happy to talk about the collection? But first off, actually, before we do that, better talk about the fact that it's a why not deal. Mm-hmm. Now, you're saving £6 on top of all the individual savings. And if you're a Freedom member, look at that, it's even better. So it's not just £13.99 that you're saving. There are several savings that carry over from the little bunches that we've got here. You can spread the cost on Flexi, 2 payments of £35.96. 272118 is your item number. So then, Lou, shall we start off up here with our fabulous stencils?
Yeah, sure.
They're nice, aren't they?
Yep, you've got one that doesn't lend itself to just being Christmas. You know, it looks more like, I know it's got stars on it, but it looks more like, I can't help but think about festive stockings.
Yeah, oh, I know what you mean.
Yeah, like fishnet sort of thing. And the stars can be used for anything. You could paper piece if you so wish, but I really like that. I think it could be for a number of things, not just Christmas. But the others, they make great little borders, but they make great overall overall stencils for pages. So I like the fact that they're in strips as well, which means you can use, for me, I'd use them vertically and horizontally. Yeah. But I wouldn't go on a diagonal with them, but I think they make perfect sort of echoes, you know, so that you could stamp near them and create like a shadow. So
yeah, I like those. With the stars as well, I think it could be like a nice congratulations, couldn't it? Or a celebration of something. Could be New Year's Eve card. Yeah,
it could be, fireworks and things like that in the sky. Yeah, it could be anything. You could just cut like a piece of it and have it popping out of a bottle.
Oh, I like that. That's a good idea. Nice. So you've got your 2 stencils there. Shall we move across to the paper pad? Now, you're getting 12 by 12 double-sided sheets.
12 by 12s.
There you go. So these are fun. They're quite quirky, aren't they?
They've got a great sort of neutral colour scheme with these. So it's not your normal, like, red and green, but there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that if you choose to do something like a neutrals, like your greys, your beiges and stuff, it's a really sort of elegant and quite contemporary feel. And there's got, one of the pages has got a great little cutout on it, so that you can cut all the page back little embellishments out.
Yes, yeah.
And then create like sort of embellishments with them, and great. I mean, on first look, a lot of them don't look Christmas.
No, they don't at all.
It's only when you look close. But yeah, the colour schemes are really quite nice.
See, that could be presents for any occasion, because I can't see any Christmas on there at all.
Well, presents are generic, aren't they? Yeah. It's just when you sort of team them with something else that they start to take on a season.
Yeah.
But
there you go. Having a look at that. Marvellous.
Could be Valentine, it could be anything.
It could be. Lovely.
I love the colours though, yeah.
They are nice.
That's nice as well.
Oh, look, they're giving each other some little gifts. That's cute.
That is. I like the top part, because I could see that as like top of a card or something, or a beautiful scrapbook page.
Yes, definitely.
I just like that.
Lovely. So that is your paper pad. Marvellous. Then moving along, what have we got over here, she says? Stamps. We've got some lovely little stamps of the trees.
Yeah.
And again, this could be not just Christmas, but it's building scenes, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a build a scene one, and it's a really nice detailed stamp as well. When it's stamped out, you can build all your own scenes, and then you've got scenes that are already built up, but you can use these to add to them. Yeah. So you can make your own, build your own, or do whatever you want, and they stamp beautifully. I mean, I stamped these in just a normal archival ink. Yeah. No great shakes. I just do it as you do it at home, no extra bits. And I really thought they stamped beautifully, like a beautiful drawing.
Absolutely. And then you can see, here you go, here's them stamped out. But they're very detailed, these beautiful stamps, aren't they?
Yeah, and you can just keep, like that one there, you've got the stag on it. You can build on that. It doesn't have to stay that big. If you've got a bigger card, you just add. So yeah, I really like the addition with these.
Nice. There's the stag, and he can trot over the little bridge. And then, shall we come down to the other stamps? Excellent. We've got baubles and sentiments.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I like the baubles. They're fab.
These can be used as jewellery as well, and they can also be used like in my moodling and doodling, because you can have them the other way and sort of join them together to make almost like bunting, really.
Absolutely.
But I think I like, there's just a couple of drawing lines on them, sketching lines,
Yeah.
and it just adds it just makes it look a little bit different. You see the sketching lines on them, but I really do like these little things on them as well, garlands, so
nice.
You can add to them, yeah.
And then the sentiments, here we go. So we've got things like Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, peace and joy, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, but again, that's a slightly different. So one is your vertical, and then you've got so different shapes, if you will.
Yeah, you mean different sizes on your card that you've got left, and this works well with them. But yeah, different fonts. And they're quite how to put it, very popular fonts at the moment.
Yeah, they are really good. Merry everything and a happy always. That's a lovely one, isn't it?
I like that one.
Yeah, nice. Oh, meet me under the mistletoe. Ooh, there you go. All right, so there's more stamps, I think. What should we come to next? Right, then we've got some die sets. Lovely. Oh, and you've done these for us. There you go.
Just the blanks to show you that how versatile they are. They're really lovely, but you get all the layers to go on the top, and you can build them again. But I just wanted, because they don't always look as good on just a piece of metal. But you get all the embellishments with these. You get the dies, so you don't have to cut it out. You can do mistletoe in and out. So, yeah, I really like them. They're a nice size as well. Because if you're doing it for, say you're doing it for a charity.
Yes.
You want it to look good, but you don't want it to be massive, because it's going to be a lot of work.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
Oh, they're good, aren't they? Okie dokie. And then moving along, what else do we have? There's so much in this set.
Oh, I like these.
Oh, we've got some nice edges, borders, if you will, and then lots of different types of snowflakes. Oh, and have they got the cutting line around them as well?
Yep, you can do both. You can cut in and into your paper. You can cut the edges out, or you can do like a flat border and then a topper.
Yep.
So I like the fact that they bring that to attention, and they concentrate on giving you lots of value. Like that is a die cut an edge of a card if you wish, but you can just cut a shape in a card.
Yeah, I like that. I really like those.
Yeah, I do.
Cool. And then we're still going. We are still going. This is crackers. We've got so much here available for you.
These are lovely.
Yes, we've got even more dies. Look at these. So we've got some mistletoe, we've got the trees, we've got the stars. They've absolutely jam-packed it, haven't they?
Yeah, and the trees, you've got different styles of trees with the layers on, but the mistletoe and the holly, I did them in some different colours, and it's just stunning for all year.
Yes.
All year. They look beautiful. I did them in an orange and a dark green, and it was just really, really beautiful. So I'll show them, as we come to them, I'll show you them, but what difference that slight, not red, but an orange, it just completely changed them.
I could see that. Lovely stuff. All right then, remember this is a why not deal for your complete collection, and you have also got it on a freedom discount. There you go, £71.91, and it's on FlexiBuy. 272118 is your item number. 10% of the stock has already gone. You've got 6 die sets, so goodness knows how many dies are in the sets. You've got 4 stamp sets, 2 stencils, and 1 12 by 12 paper pad. You've actually got 12 papers in that collection. You can spread the cost, 2 payments of £35.96. Now, we've got a watercolour set. This is good, isn't it, Lou?
Yeah, these are really popular. You can't, I tell you what, people always phoning me, can you get me, do you know where? And you can't get them. I don't know where else you can get them apart from here.
Excellent.
And I always say, go,
Quick.
get them, Because you've got 2. They're not the same, they are different. So, yeah, these are wonderful, wonderful. I'm using these today as well.
Nice. So you've got 18 colours in here, and you've got your 2 brushes, and obviously, as you can see, you've got the mixing tray. With the brushes, one is you're sort of pointed, if you will, and one's flat.
Yeah, I think I don't know if you've got the both sets or if it's just one set, because you've got Studio Light Main Essentials, and you've also got the Giannini one. So I'll have a look, see which ones you've got, because it always gets confusing when we get them and what it says on a list. They always look different, don't they?
Indeed.
So I'll just check, because if not, it's my fault.
With this one, though, just to be clear, that this one is the Essentials.
Yeah.
Lovely. And that is $19.99.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, you also get your colour swatch. This is cool. So you can put your paints on, and then you've got that to hand. I like that. Very cool.
They're really good quality.
Yeah,
and you can take the top palette out and have another palette underneath it.
Oh, right.
So if you mix colours and you want to keep the colours, let them dry, put your palette back on under there and just take it off.
Very good idea. Lovely. $19.99. Item number is 713597. Now, we do have a stamp press on the show for you. Here you go, and it does come with the magnets. Now, so many people have said that the stamp press absolutely changes their whole thinking about stamping. Some people get put off by stamping because maybe if they can't press hard enough, if they're using an acrylic block, and then the image doesn't come out right, and then they maybe try and go back in, and then they've got a double image, and then they go, oh, I can't stamp. So this is brilliant for your stamping. It really is. Change your life.
It is what you've just said. Normally people start blaming themselves, and it's not you. It's right purpose, right equipment, end product. Brilliant. If you've got it wrong, you keep blaming you, but in fact you need the right paper. So don't worry that if you get it right, it can make everyone an artist, all this.
Excellent. $16.99, 670853 is your item number. Okay, I'm going to hand over to you.
Yeah, sure. Well, it's going to be really simple. Everybody knows when it comes to card making, I go way over the top bit. So I'm going to take it right back down to basics, because I want to do some just simple cards, like with what you've got, how you can sort of change what you've got within what's on the show. Because sometimes I'll bring all these other equipment in and you're like, I haven't got that. So what I've done, the first thing is I've die cut, just move this out of the way for you. I've die cut this wonderful tree, and I'll just show you what you get so that it's a bit easier to look. So you get your first bit, which is the die cut itself, and you get the tree die cut, and there's two little score lines, and you just bend them back there. Now, it doesn't matter which way you have this, it's entirely up to you. Bend that back there, and then that way it just sits. Now, you can have it like this, or you can have it that way, or you can have it that way. So whichever way you want to bend your tree is up to you. Yeah. So you can have it, remain like that, like I say, or have it with that pushed out and that in. It's entirely up to you, whichever you want. But you do get the bits and bobs that go with it. So the first thing you get is a die that fits here. So I've done it in it's like a warm tone, which is nice, but I like this one. It's like a sagey green. It's beautiful. Yeah. You get the next one, which is a layer. Now, I didn't think about layering this too much. I just thought about the top colour, but perhaps doing this in another colour, maybe a black would be good. So you get that layer, that fits the next one in, and then you get the top layer, which has got stitched line on it. Right. Now, just to explain, there's nowhere that says you can't just cut the tree out.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You know, cut 3 of them together, cut 3 out, just the trees on scrap paper, fold them back, you've got a 3-dimensional tree.
Or you could make tree bunting.
Absolutely, anything like that. And I love the fact that you've got these stitch lines, because you really can stitch them and they look really classy. But they don't stop there. They have to give you all the bits. So you get this bit that goes on there. Then you get, that's me. That is me, not machine. That bit is because
Did you run out of card?
No, I didn't tape it down, did I?
Oh.
Like I do. I think, oh, it won't matter. And then I've put, this bit obviously goes there, and you have another little bit that goes there. Now, attention to detail or what? Every part is covered. But if you want it to go the other way, there's nothing to stop you sort of putting your bunting on that way. Okay, yeah. But that's better if you've got a single-sided colour, because obviously it's working that way. So you can tell it's different for me because mine's double-sided, so mine would go that way. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to, it's really simple, this one. I don't want to do too fancy. So I've just got the white, the light pieces, and I'm going to look for, I think maybe, I was thinking, you could use some of the writing on it, and you could have the writing going across, or you could just use the background on this, which I love. I know it sounds a bit daft.
No, it doesn't at all.
The writing on here makes, not the writing, the snow. I'm going to use this from, I love this little dinky one from Phil. And I'm just going to do sort of a background, a really simple one. And I'm just going to put them all together because it's a little round stamp. There's no up, down, round. It's all sort of, it doesn't matter which side you put it on. Now, you can do any colour you want. I think I'm just going to go for something quite, something like a brown or a black. I think a black, actually.
You want to go black?
Yeah, I'm not too sure because I'm thinking it'd stand it on this with the blue. I mean, blue would be nice as well. Let's see. Is that
You've got choices. You've got too much stuff, blue.
Stop. Right, I'm going to go for black so that you can see it. So this colour here, just do it on this to show it. This black, that's the little mark that you get.
I like those. Aren't they adorable?
Yeah, that's not something, you know, there's no right or wrong with it. So all I'm going to do is just make it like a polka dot. So that's just one of the elements on the builder card scene thing, because it's got like trees and everything else. So this one is a workhorse. This can go on everything that you do. You don't have to just use this on the trees. This can work on anything. So I've done it on there, and I'm just putting blobs there.
Yeah.
And then if you've got, if you're using embossing powder, sorry, you want to emboss it later on, just use some embossing powder on this, like a Versamark or a Wow, and you can sort of emboss it with gold or whatever colour you want. So I've got them done. It's going to be quick and simple. Most of them are tonight.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, go back to my roots.
Go back to me roots.
Going back to my roots. Now, these papers I'm using here are all from the paper packs that we've had on before. We've had on the brights, the pastels, and then this one I'm using, I think this one's the pastels as well. And we get it's a 5-pack of papers. I think we've got them on today, actually.
You literally are psychic, Lou, seriously.
Really?
Can I have a little flick through?
Oh, please do, yeah, please. Oh, they're lovely, yeah.
Yes. Okay, so you're choosing any two on a pick and mix, and it's only £10.99 for the two. 170 GSM, and you've got 36 sheets per pad. Now it's nice actually because you can see the tones on the front. The one that they're calling Christmas is quite a nice muted Christmas.
Oh, it's stunning. I mean, that's, to me, I think that easily could be called vintage. It's not, you know, as you think, bright, colourful Christmas, it's toned down.
It's almost autumnal as well, actually.
Beautiful, yeah, absolutely. Totally is.
Nice. So you get the idea of the colours in this one.
It's uncoated as well, so that you can take it and change it like I've done. So I like that, the fact that you can add to it yourself without ruining the paper.
Lovely. So that one's Christmas. And then we've got the naturals. There you go. You can see those lovely neutral shades. Quite light, some of them actually.
Yeah.
This one's the most popular option. Everybody's feeling natural today. And it's a very versatile set of colours. You've got some soft greys, warm greys, cool greys in there. Very nice. So this one is currently in the lead. The next one we've got then is the pastels. That's pretty. I like that. That always reminds me of summer.
Yeah, it does. I love the fact that, you know, we always have things that we, what's the word, that we link, you know, with colours. I love that. Reminisce with it.
Yeah. Oh, look at those blues. Beautiful, lovely sort of hyacinth blues in there. And then last one, we have got the brights. Here we go. All these are bright, aren't they? Again, you've got 36, pow, look at that, sheets in there. And the oranges, reds, very nice. There you go. Now, they're just asking me in my ear if the shades are different on each side.
Yes.
So, there.
There should be a slight change of shade.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, it's really helpful, that, because if you don't know about colour toning, you flip the page over.
Yeah.
The second one, you've got it.
Wonderful. All right, then, these are really busy. Only £10.99 for any two of these. That is a great price. Item number is 225180. What are you up to, Lou?
I'm just going to, all I did was I've missed out a couple of layers because you don't, when you get these, you know, one of the things we tend to do is think we've got to put every layer on, but we don't. I mean, I've missed that layer out. I'd have that on its own and maybe a couple of them together. Like you said, tree bunting, or you could, you know, just build them up like colour on colour. So
yeah.
I just think there's options and options and loads of options for you. So basically that then you can die cut another one and put another one on this side if you wanted to. That's this is some watercolour paper I did, but if you wanted to, you die cut two of these, you can have it front and back. But that is the basic shape. It's so simple. It's a really lovely shape. And you can put two back to back actually and make it quite sturdy, or put three together all together and make like a star card. But I just think maybe we need to put something just here. Now you can use anything you want, piece of card wise. I've got some different colours in these buntings, like a little bit of gold.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I've just got a little bit of an offcut, or you might have like the blue, offcut of the blue, and just think, yeah, I like that, because sometimes, yeah, you just want a little bit of a difference, don't you? So this one says, "Merry everything, happy always."
That's different. I like
that.
Yeah.
Because you might, well, everyone sort of knows I'm not a Christmas person, but you know, you might want to send something, but not have it so overtly Christmas. And I think this is a good one. So all I'm going to do is just, I'm doing it on this. It's a sort of pearly paper, gold pearly paper. Now, perfect.
Lovely.
And I would emboss that if you want, because on the pearl paper you tend to lose a little bit of the ink sort of intensity due to the fact that it sort of shines, the shine sort of takes it for some reason. I don't know why, but it does. It sort of makes it a little bit less vibrant. So bear that in mind.
Okay.
And then I'm rubbish at cutting straight. I can cut with a guillotine, but nothing else. Right, come on, I have unbunged this. You see me unbung it. Right.
It's always the way.
Always. I've got two here. I'm going to unbung them both, and 2 seconds later they're bunged up again. So hopefully bring this glue to you at some point. It's the new one.
Oh, yes.
From Pentart. It's like very good. Very, very good. Now, just be aware, I can see just here that the bright bit is still damp. So I'm not going to mess about with that.
Okay.
I would definitely, at home, leave that to dry a minute and then cut it. Because I always put my finger in it by mistake.
I do that all the time.
That's okay. So now you can place, you see how it's just slightly different than the background. So it's not sort of too bright, or it's not exactly the same. It's just a little bit different. And it's got a bit of glitz on it. So I'm just adding 3D foam, and then I'm just going to do a little bit of colour on here. Now I'm hoping that this is still a little bit wet. Now, you can put this wherever you want. I quite like it. At the top, just there. Right, okay, so I'm happy with that. What I'm going to do now is you could have anything that you've got, like your paints or whatever you've got. I've got some white pens and some gold pens and stuff, and I'm just going to quickly just show you sort of a little bit of doodling, that's all. And all I'm going to do is just gold pen round the edge, because I don't want to do anything too much. I just want to give it
little highlight.
Yeah, I like it. Looks like it's part of it and not sort of been added. And then round the tree, because I've left the second layer out, I've got more chance to doodle.
Yeah.
And anyone who knows me knows that I doodle permanently. But you've got some great little baubles in one of the sets. I'll get them out and show you. And it's great because what you can do is you can string them together and make like a proper garland, or and put it over this. So
that's a nice idea, garland. Yeah.
Yeah, There's, it's on the die cuts, and I'll get them out. But that's a really simple...
It's really effective, though.
Very, very simple little card that I think, if you're doing charity, you could zing it up with whatever else you want.
Yeah.
You might have, like, for instance, I've got some flowers under here. They might look good on it. Well, they got there, but, you know, put a flower on it. But for a nice little card, that's perfect.
Very effective. Thank you, Lou.
It's cute. I
Cool.
like that.
I'll do a little
yes, please.
recap then.
Brilliant.
Okay then, so first off, the One Day Special, the complete Christmas collection is on screen for you. It's a why not deal, which means you might as well become a Freedom member, because even though you're going to pay your $7.97 for the month on your postage and your free delivery, etc., etc., you'll still be saving. That's amazing on the complete collection. But look, if your budget doesn't stretch, we have got some things individually. By the way, everything's going to be dispatched from the, I think it's the 24th, lovely, of August. So where shall we start? Right, we'll start with these stencils, which I love. So individually, well, for the two, if you will, note that saving at £3, that is going to carry over, and it all adds up into the complete collection. So for your fabulous stencils, they are £9.99. I love that you've got all of those borders that you can use horizontally and vertically, and then the stars. I love the stars, and Lou was saying about paper piecing some bits in. I like that idea. Why not? So £3 saving carries over. Item number is 137933. Then the paper pad. Let's have a little look at this. So remember, this is 12 sheets of double-sided 12 by 12 papers. And there you can see, look at that. Aren't these fun characters? Yeah. Ho, 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 happy holidays. I like stay warm. That's my mantra. Merry Christmas. They're all really lovely. They're cute, but they're not sickly cute. Do you know what I mean?
That's totally...
Yeah. Good stuff. These lovely little animals. There's the two here. Oh, how bashful is she? Look. He's just asked her out on a date. Very cute indeed. I like that. I love the monochrome. It's really striking. But wonderful for your scrapbooking, of course, but you can chop them down. You can mat and layer. I really like that one. And then you've got your hedgehog and the owl. They're exchanging presents. It's good, isn't it? So that is your 12 by 12 set. There's another £3 saving that carries over. So that's £6 carrying over so far. Then we've got our beautiful stamps. These ones have been very popular individually, and 40% of the stock has gone on these.
Oh, I'll use them then.
Yeah, okay, that sounds good. Lovely. They are £9.99 if you want those. 764359, and you're getting 9 stamps. Then we've got more stamps. Here are the baubles and the sentiments. So you've got Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year in 2 different formats. Then you've got Peace and Joy. Meet me under the mistletoe. I like that. May your days be merry and bright. Warm wishes. And then you've got another merry and bright. Merry everything and a happy always. That's definitely my favourite. Joy to the world and best wishes. Now that's £9.99, and that also has a £3 saving. So we're up to £9 carrying over. £3.99,199. Okay, then the next set of dies that we've got. Mistletoe, we've got stars, we've got the Christmas trees. I think we've got the little berries as well.
Oh, yeah, they're really lovely.
I'll give you a quick... Nice.
Shove them in a minute.
Oh, okay. Now you've got a £6 saving on these. So I think we're now up to £15, something like that, that's carrying over. So this is £15.98. Item number is 1642... No, it isn't. 164524. Then we've got our lovely snowflake and border dies. I'm liking these.
Gorgeous these.
I know. These have got a £4.50 saving. So now I think we're up to, if my maths is right, £19.50 that carries over, I think. So these are £11.48. Item number is 365159. Then look, we've got these dies that are going to create those cards for you, which are dead handy. I like those. That's a £7.50 saving. I'm losing track now.
It's a lot of money.
I think that's 26 we're up to, something like that.
20 something, and you're saving lots of money.
Sorry, 27 we're up to, carrying over. Lovely. They are £18.48, 583078. But if you are going to go for everything, as a Freedom member, so I think we said we've done about £27 carried over, then...
Bit more than 27 now. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's about right, isn't it? Yeah. It's my maths is terrible.
I'm just making it up now. I'm just laughing. I'm just laughing at Sarah over there. She's looking at me going, "Oh, it's her."
No, but then you've got a further £13.99 if you're a Freedom member. Now you can split the cost. There you go, 2 payments of £35.96, 272118 is your item number. Now we've got a watercolour set that's been doing very, very well. This is the Essentials that we're going to have a little look at, and it also comes with a nice little colour swatch that you can paint in, you can fill in. You've got 18 colours in total. Love the fact that the lid is also a palette. I think that's great. And you're getting not one but 2 water brushes. One's got the pointy end and one's got the flat end. Are you all right, my lovely
Pointy end and flat end.
Yeah.
One's a wash and one's a filbert. But yeah, pointy and flat, that sounds better to me. They make up filbert, wash. Where did they get these names off random? It's pointy and flat.
Does filbert mean anything though?
Yeah, it means the shape of it. But it's in someone's head, it probably meant a lot more. But to me, it just sounds like a piece of meat. But
a filbert of meat.
Yeah, it just sounds like more like a ration or something. But yeah, it's called filbert. But yeah, it's probably someone's name. It's probably someone's name. You know, like they name it after somebody.
Yeah.
And we, like 500 years later, you think, why is it called that? Yeah. And it's probably that 500-year-old man.
If he's 500 years old, he's doing very, very well. Love that. Right, 19.99. Item number is 713597. £5 off on that. And then we've got our fabulous paper pads. These are doing really well. I mean, they're such a good price for 2.
Right.
Such a good price for 2.
Since he brought these to me and I've got them, I thought, and you know, I'll tell you the truth, I got them first, I thought, will I use these? I was like, will I use these? Well, it'd be easy for me to say when I haven't used them, and I'm not winding you up. I use them all the time because the colours are done. I've got the right amount of, the right size, everything. Yeah. So to me, I waste so much paper A4 size. Always. Yeah. There's always too much left.
I know what you mean.
And I save tons of it, but this is perfect because
it is good size.
Yeah, because I don't throw it away then, I use it.
Yeah. Lovely, these are your pastels.
I love these.
First ones were your brights, these are your pastels. Oh, these are sweet colours. But yeah, it's lovely that they're two-tone on either side. Yeah. Really good.
Even the grey's beautiful.
It is, isn't it?
Stunning colours, aren't they?
You get 36 sheets and 18 colours in total. Then you've got your naturals. Is this one still in the lead? Yes, this one's still in the lead, the naturals.
That is, I'm sure that the first card I made, the paper was out of that.
Lovely. There you go, lovely, beautiful tones. And then last but not least, we've got Christmas, although I think this is also very autumnal as well.
That sold out last time, I think.
Did it?
Yeah, I think it did, yeah.
Managed to get it back in stock then. Lovely. Let's get to some of those greens. Lovely ochre colours. Marvellous. £10.99 and you're picking any 2. Item number is 225180. Don't forget, we've also got the stamp press if you are in the market for one, because they're dead good. They're ever so good. And they just help with your stamping, as I said earlier. But if you do want to go for the pick and mix, this is how it works. Go on, which ones are you going for, Katie? She's doing naturals and brights. Oh, she's going contrast.
Yeah. I just have to go natural brights and then pastels and Christmas.
Yeah. No,
and then all 4.
Yeah, I was going to say, go for all 4. Because at that price, that's ever so good.
I say seriously though, you're saving money because you're not using, you make your dies, it's weird, but you make your dies fit the page. Yeah. Whereas before I'd just be slinging them on, but now I sort of wiggle them around and you sort of, and so you save money in the end.
Yeah, I like that.
It's better, yeah.
Good. What would you like to show now?
Well, blink and you'll miss it.
Okay.
No, what I want you to do is, whatever card you've got, you can make yourself look like a watercolourist when you're doing this because it's so simple. I am using my stamp press because I am not the best stamper in the world because I'm sort of hit and miss. Everyone knows that, how I work. You know, the stamp press has helped me no end. Plus, I don't have to take it, some you have to take apart and change over because you've got rubber or clay. Yeah. This has got like spongy bits.
I know what you mean.
And it's got these knobbly bits here that... The first thing I did when I got it was start messing with that. So
like a typewriter.
Yeah. Oh, when I was at school, wanted to beat post office. First thing, everything I did like that. Anyway, yeah. Anyway,
so you worked in a post office?
No, when I was a kid, I wanted to do, because I just went. You went in post office and she just hammering everything, wasn't they?
Yeah.
And I thought I wanted to do that. I wanted to do it. I don't know why. Don't know why, but they don't do that anymore, do they? They just put it all on a machine. Anyway, I've got one of them, and it doesn't really matter which one you're going for. The stamp press you're going to get has got 2 little magnets in, and the magnets fit to this, so it's a magnetised base. If you haven't got that, then like me, I have got them somewhere safe. Very, very safe. So if you're like me and like to keep things safe, if not, just get a bit of masking tape. But they're really strong. The one thing I will say is be careful they don't clang together, because magnets are very brittle. I've never had one smash yet, but they do.
Oh, I have, so.
Have you?
Yeah.
Right, well, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. And that's not what you want. So I'm just going to put a little bit of sticky tape down, whatever tape. Mine's masking tape. You wouldn't necessarily do that, but I just thought, some people have asked me about magnets and they don't feel safe. Not safe, but they don't feel like they've got enough. So I wanted to show them that you can use tape as well.
Yeah.
And all I'm doing is, because I'm going to double stamp this, the first thing he's going to do is I'm going to put on the archival. This is a permanent ink. Go to our lovely Paula. She's the queen of inks. But she does great shows on what to use, when to use, and how to use it. And I'm using an archival, so it's acid-free and it's permanent. And all I'm going to do is now it doesn't matter if it's hit and miss this, I just want a registration. So what I want is the lines to be visible, but it doesn't matter if I miss bits at all. So I've got that, but I don't need to worry because it's like hand-drawn. So the next thing I'm going to do is I think, right, well, I want a bit of colour with this. So you choose a colour. Now I'm going to go for something like, I've got a brown, I think I'll go for the Ground Espresso. Now the Ground Espresso is a brown, and it's got, it reacts with water. So if I now overstamp, what we can do is get a different reaction. So I'm just going to do that, leave it in place. Now you can do this with anything. Now if you're using a light coloured ink first, do that, light coloured ink, do that first, because you don't want to contaminate.
Lovely Lou.
Yeah.
Sorry to disturb you.
Yeah, of course.
You know this stamp set?
Yeah.
That's not on our pack shot, so we're just wondering...
Oh, this is the one that they sent me.
If we just have a look at ours, unless...
Which one have we got?
We've got the one with the deer, with the bridge, and we've also got the trees.
Right.
Apologies, Lou.
That's all right. I'll have to have a word. The one with the trees and the one with the...
With the deer.
Yeah. I only got, tell you what, we'll have to be honest, I only got these yesterday.
Yeah, bless you, don't worry.
Right, so take that off. I'll do it again the other way and then that way. So this is watercolour paper, so I'm not wasting it. So turn it over. So all I'm going to do, place it back down. Now, you get your stamp first. And you just place it on there where you want it. So we'll do it again. So this one's got the stag in it, and we've got right now, yeah?
Yeah,
right,
we're good.
Yay. So, place it down. I wonder why that is. That's what, oh, it don't matter anyway. Right, so the first thing I'm going to do, again, is got the permanent one, the non-reactive with water. So I'm just going to put that down there. Now always remember that, you need to make sure that the ink has time to sort of sink in.
Yeah.
So don't sort of whip it up, make sure you've got a little bit of time with it. Again, I'm going to go in now with the Ground Espresso. One's reactive with water, the other one isn't. So what I'm going to get is like a watercolour wash on the top, but a permanent underneath.
Yeah.
So I've got that. You can see how it's gone a little bit darker now, which is what I want. Now, all you do now is you can do a couple of things. You can just get water and a little brush and a little bit of your watercolour paints. Spray your paints first to wake them up. You've got some great colours in there, like greys. I'm not going to say out names because I don't know out names.
That's all right.
They changed the names, you know. We say grey, red, blue, yellow. They go something like passionate purple, or something like frivolous orange. No, it's orange. It's orange. It's not frivolous, it's orange. So if I don't know names, it's only because I can't remember them. Right, so here, I'm just going to pull that up. We've got the little stag there, and we've got these. Now, all I'm going to do is get a tiny bit of water, and I've got some inks to show you with inks as well. Spray on here, and I'm just using a very, very small brush. Now, this is a masking brush, but I quite like it for this reason. And the masking brush is a very, very slim one. As you can see, it's a 0.0.
Lou?
Yeah.
Sorry,
Go on, you're going to say, what is it?
No, what it is we've also had some issues with the paper pads.
Yeah.
Sorry, so we'll come back at any second now. So if you've had any issues checking out, we've fixed it. Apologies, sorry. Okay, back to you.
Oh, right, I thought you was going to tell me I couldn't do it. I was like,
no.
Really?
Sorry, no, you can definitely do that one. Oh, sorry.
That'd have been funny now, wouldn't it? No. So I'm just going to pull out this colour. Now, the black ink won't have any problems with this because the black ink's permanent, won't react, but the brown ink will do all this wonderful shading for you.
Yeah.
So you look like you're the clever artist, and you're actually, all you're doing is just adding water like the magic books you've got at school. So you remember when you was a kid? Yeah.
Oh, I love them. I would still do them now.
Oh, I would.
Because I am a big kid.
Well, I just think it's what colour's this, and what do you do with this? So all I've done is I've changed the brown slightly. So all I'm going to do is now, just here, I want to add something a little bit different to that brown. So I'm going to add a little bit of green. And the only reason I'm doing that is because I want it to look slightly different, but not overly different. I want it to look like it's got a slight touch of green, but not bright green.
Yeah.
So add a bit of watercolour to it, and it just changes it. Just enough for you to say, yeah, that's got a green sort of base to it. That's got a brown base. And I think when you're trying to do these stamps and make them look oldie-worldy and sort of hand watercoloured, or as I'm trying to do here, hand tinted, you do get a nice feel for it then.
This would be really nice matted and layered with the naturals papers, wouldn't it?
Perfect, absolutely perfect. Now, when you're looking at snow and stuff, it's on white paper. It seems a bit hard to sort of try and represent snow on it. So you put a tiny bit of blue, and the blue just gives it that touch of cold or depth to it. So
looks wintry now.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, if you was to put golds and reds on here, it'd look quite summery. So you bear that in mind. The blues, although it is a blue, it still gives you that idea that it's winter.
Yeah.
Everything, it's all going pear-shaped.
Why, what's that?
Even my water's bunged up. This is disgraceful.
How can water bung up?
I don't look. How can your water bung up?
Oh, there you go.
Quick. I must have had a little doofer in it. So I've put the blue on there to go round there, and I'll just show you the last bit, which is you want to sort of make sure that he's come alive here. So I'm just going to put a tiny bit more of the brown, and having the other brown in it, I'm using this is a burnt sienna. So I'd put a little bit of, say, dark red. I'll show you the colours on here so you can see a little bit of dark red, a little bit of that brown. And I don't want him to be too different. Again, I want him to be part of it, but I do want him to look different from. And if you've got any of that expander stuff, I was going to bring it and I forgot to bring it. Any of the expander stuff, you could sort of make it fluffy ink. Snow, that was it. So here...
Fluffy stuff, you mean?
Yeah, fluffy stuff. It's called expander stuff by Pen Art, yeah, and it makes fluffy stuff. So here, I'm just going to put...
Oh, that looks amazing.
That to represent him standing in the shadows. Now, because it's watercolour paper, I've got more I can do with, and the brown that's already in it. But it gives you more there's somebody there. you can see the shadow, and I'm just going to do that. But that blue there might need a tiny bit. Don't be worried to go back in, because you've built up your colours now, and you can go back in. So add in a little bit more blue down there, and I think it's got to be done. We have very ornamental bridges, and they're normally red, but I'm not saying it is, but I mean, we always like a nice, like, especially the oriental bridges are a bit red. So that's, I'm happy with that. All you need to do now is look. So what I did was take that away from that. That's well loved. Trap my finger there. Right. So that's well loved.
That's beautiful.
And it does look like one of them little tinted scenes, doesn't it?
I think that's beautiful.
Now, what you can do is what I did before, just to show you, is if you die cut I did this twice on my machine, the edges of your die cut. What I did was I just placed these down on my machine and then the edge. So what I thought I'd show you is, to make that, you could do it that way, whatever you want, but I put 2 and then you can fold it over and make 2 out of 1. So I was thinking you could either have that,
like that,
and then, you know, have it, just cut it smaller and have that like that. Yeah. So it's entirely up to you. I mean, it's a little bit big. I'm going to cut it down. I would do this on the guillotine because it's far better. And you don't have to have a Christmassy theme on this. You could just say happy birthday, or
could be somebody's birthday's in winter. That's
exactly all. Yeah, well, we forget that, don't we? There's a lot of people who are, you know.
Paola's born on Christmas Day.
Exactly. I feel really sorry for her, because you're going to get cheap people. You
double up on presents.
Oh, I bought you a bigger one. No, you didn't, you cheap person. You bought me 1, and then it made it look like 2 in the sales. Right. It is, it's true. You can buy it in, if you buy it in sales, you get 2, it's like 2 for, isn't it? Right, so I'm just chopping that bit off just to show you that you don't have to have it like this way, but it's a really pretty edge if you want it like that. And you can have it on the inside there. Yeah. Or you can sort of put it on there and have it in a little pocket. But I quite like it as a different sort of card. So it's like a little pocket that stands up, and then you can hold it like that, so you don't have to have it in a format like that. I also did it in paper just to show you that if you wanted it in, say, a gold paper, you could just do an insert, and you don't need to have that extra bit cut off. You can keep it. So if you wanted it on a card like that, I think that's really pretty. But, you know, any sort of card. We'll do it in, say this one is like an anthracite. I love this colour.
It's beautiful.
And really...
Oh, that works, doesn't it?
You don't need a lot on that, do you? I mean, what I might do is just a little bit of pen work, but seriously, I don't think you need much more than that, and I would just put that there, even in a little frame.
I was going to say that works as a frame, actually.
I don't think you need much more than that, because if you start putting too much on, you start overpowering it. But yeah, I really like that. So you can do anything you want. The last little bit is, if you do want to, we've got some wonderful dies that they just give you a wonderful edge. And this is the anthracite.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it is really lovely. And I'll show you how I die cut it out of some of these. Here it is. So I die cut it out of this, and it's the sort of not waste, but you can cut in or out or whatever you want. I've got a piece for this in a minute, and you can do it out of many colours, and it's just this little bit here. So you don't need to put it into your die card.
Yeah,
it just sits on the top.
Well, that's lovely. I like the contrast.
It's beautiful, isn't it? But I cut it out of blue, I cut it out of anthracite, and I just thought, if you wanted to, it's quite classy.
It is, isn't it? Lovely little
just a
border.
Little classy, and chop them up if you. I'm not going to do it with this, but chop it up and just have one there and one there, one there and one there, because it'll go. Oh, well, I'll show it you. You can do it on the corner like that.
So about 7 minutes, Lou.
Oh, there we go. So you can do that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So do you need to say anything, or are you all right?
Yeah, I can indeed.
Oh,
and
brilliant.
then, do you reckon a little quickie demo?
Oh, yeah, of course I have. Yeah, got loads.
Okie dokie. Now, 20% has gone of the one-day special, and it's a why not deal. So even if you decide to become a Freedom member and pay £7.97 for the month, when you buy this, you'll still be saving money. So that's the why not deal. It's £71.91, or you can spread that cost 2 payments of £35.96. Now you're getting, I'm just going to say, 6 die sets, 4 stamp sets, 2 stencils, and 12 by 12 papers that are double-sided as well. Item number is 272118. You can get everything in pairs, so you could go for the stencils, you could go for the paper pad on its own, you could go for these stamps on its own, those stamps on its own, well, not on its own because they're a pair, aren't they? The dies in the middle, the border die and the snowflakes, or these 2 dies in the end. And all of the savings on each of those bundles carries over. I think we got to £27. £27 carried over, plus if you're a Freedom member it's a further £13.99, I believe, so that is a really, really good saving. Now we have worked this out, Lou. You know the stamp you started with? Yeah. It's an end of call.
Ah, that's why.
That's why.
Sorry,
and
guys.
Look at this though, it's only £2.99. I know, right?
Right, okay.
I hope that's right. Well, if it's not, I mean, just add it into your basket. There you go. So you've got, what's that? Winter Abode.
That's the house one. That's gorgeous.
Yes. Is it? Yes.
Oh, it's lovely.
We can see that.
It's that one.
£2.99 is crackers.
That's £2.99, and then the one I was using. Right. That'd be mad not to, wouldn't it? Be mad.
Yeah. Baker's saying in my ear, but get it now before they realise.
Yeah. Quick, go.
Okay. Should we come back to you?
Yep. Cool.
Okay.
Right. What I did was I've got the other die now, which has got this wonderful sort of trifold carded. I love the fact that you can go in or out with this.
Yeah.
On one of them, it is somewhere around. I cut into, it's the sample you've got. I've cut into the little die. That's the one. Oh, thank you.
Welcome.
So on this one, I have die cut into it. So you've got the little ivy that die cuts as well. So you don't have to have this in, but it's either or. So that die cuts out. Or you just leave that out of your die cutting and you end up with that card. So when you do that, you can paper piece, because if I show you that normally we go with silver, but this gold is stunning on the blue. And you can paper piece in it.
It's very classy.
Very. That's what I was thinking, really simple. I don't want to do anything that's majorly, because it's not, these are Christmas cards that you're going to be doing lots of, so it's got to be simple. But it's got to look nice, not just because it's simple, don't mean to say it has to look rubbish. Right, you've got 1, 2, 3, you've got 6 score lines there and 2 cut lines. Now my advice is just ease them. I tend to just ease them like that, because I go elf for leather, next minute I've got creases everywhere apart from where I should have them. So, and I just push like that, and push them in and push that in, and then I know that I can just go whoops and then push that in. Now I do have a scoring tool, and I must admit, absolutely love it. It's the ladies from Cool Cats. Yeah, brilliant it is. And then just bend it over. So I'm just going to fold that in and then fold it. This is really thick card, so this is why I'm making it look really hard. It's not, it's me. So here, give it a really good press, because this is the difference between it sitting right and standing right. If you don't do it, it's one of them that, you know, you'll end up, they'll be in the bin on the mantle. It'll go off the mantelpiece onto the floor that many times, I'll put it in bin. Aww. Because they'll say, I'm sick of that. So, advice when you're scoring anything, and when you're doing anything, make sure that your score lines go both ways, because that way you're insured with a really good line. So it should go that way, fold it, and then that way and fold it. So, now this can be that way, any way you want, but I quite like it that way. And you can add a few of these as well, and start to make all sorts of like great optical illusion cards, like op art and stuff. And you can, if you do that, you can start and add that to that. Without that bit, you start to make stairs going.
Yeah,
it's
that's
just
cool. I like
you just play forever. So anyway, I got that. So I've got it folded. I just need a tiny bit. Now you dare be bunged. You try it. Right. Wiggle it a little bit. Right. It's got this beautiful very elegant, that. It's not me, that, is it? But I like this cat. Do you know this paper?
They're beautiful.
I've had it for ages, and I thought, I'm going to get it out because I'm not, it's not about just keeping it, it's about using it.
Absolutely.
I've got it all in the cupboard, and I'm thinking, what can I use it for? And it, by the time, you know, because paper does dry, it don't go off. That's a bit mad, but it does dry, and it has a big impact on what it looks like. So use it. Now, try not to get glue everywhere like me. There we go. Now, so this is when you get, see, this is the bit that Studio Light do amazingly well. You get all the bits and bobs, things that anybody, I'm not saying that nobody else will think about them, but it's the last thing that some people would think about, giving you all these layers. You'd think, really? Would it be worth having all those dies made for that? And the answer is yes, very much so, because it does make a big difference. And the papers, the 12x12s, have some great little sort of images that, sorry, my hands didn't weigh, great little images that you can die cut out or, you know, put your own on.
Absolutely.
You've got embellishments like with little candles or things that you've got. So we've got those two, and then we have these two as well, and they die cut to the edge of the ivy, so they fit.
You could do that in a contrasting colour, couldn't you?
Absolutely, you could. And when you're right, Alex, because what I tend to do when I'm doing this is I tend to put, I don't like waste, and if I'm using an A4 sheet, I'll put two on.
Yeah, yeah.
Because then I can sort, if it's brown, I'll put a gold and I'll swap them over, brown and gold, gold and brown.
Yeah.
So then, so that is super classy, super classy. And in the other die cut, I'll just stand it up for you. There you go.
Lou.
In the other die cut one, we've got these wonderful stars.
Lou, we might have to come back to these
That's
in a
fine.
little bit, bless you.
That's absolutely fine, but you've got the basis for it. You've seen how they make, but they do make classy cards.
They do, and so easy to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah, lovely stuff. All right then, so as I said, check out your baskets for the complete collection. You've got it on a freedom discount. There are loads of savings that carry over, and it's on FlexiBuy. Item number is 272118. So Lou, we'll be back together in an hour.
Yay!
Time for a bite to eat.
Time for me to,
Time for me to eat.
Yeah,
lovely.
do me, yeah.
Right then, I'm going to hand over to Sarah and Catherine for another hour of Funky Fossil.